Hello, this is JC De Guzman, and today we will talk about our top 5 gainers and top 5 losers analysis for September 3, 2019, Tuesday, in preparation for the next trading day on Wednesday. So please remember those reminders that I always mention during the introduction of the video. I'm not going to repeat them anymore. You should have familiarized yourself already by now. So let's jump right away into the first stock in our list, which is nickel. So nickel closed today at 4.5. Support is at 3.87. Resistance is at 4.9. Now, just in case it breaks above 4.9, the next resistance would be or will be 5.5, which is in confluence with the 50% retracement of the down Fibonacci. The swing high is here and the swing low is right there. Okay, foreign investors registered an outstanding net foreign buying worth 247 million pesos. That's higher than the previous trading day's net foreign buying worth 157 million pesos. RSI is in the classical overbought level, but that's quite expected because of the extreme ascent in price of nickel uh, beginning yesterday. Risk level, on the other hand, is already extremely high. This is not a newbie-friendly stock anymore. So the dominant range of nickel is from 4.5 to 4.8. So overall in all, the momentum power indicator is bullish. On the other hand, the top 10 players are bearish today on nickel. So meaning to say majority of which are just doing some day trading on nickel. So they are taking advantage of the intraday ascent in price. They're being risk averse, meaning to say they would rather lock in guaranteed profits within the day than risking it over for the next trading day without any assurance that the ascendant price will continue. So nonetheless, for us here at Equilist Analytics and for those who attended the Evergreen Strategy in Trading and Investing the Philippine Stock Market Seminar, if we are to choose a stress-free trading and investing, or in this particular video, trading, short-term trading, we are better off following a trailing stop loss system, our trailing stop loss system. So overall, my overall sentiment for nickel remains bullish. Number one, the 10 smack the combo is valid and the momentum power indicator is bullish. So if you still have nickel, and if it's still trading above your trailing stop loss, and it should be, you have the data-driven reasons to top up within the dominant range. Now, if you are about to enter a new position, let me remind you that the last candlestick of nickel is already a lot closer to the immediate resistance than the immediate support. What does that mean? Arithmetically speaking, you will get a thicker, bigger potential risk than your potential reward. So in this case, you are better off waiting for a pullback or a breakout above 4.9. Unless, of course, unless you are satisfied with the kind of reward to risk ratio that you will get given this setup, then you can go ahead and do a test buy within the dominant range as well. Just make sure that you set your trailing stop loss immediately and you stick to it. And do not forget, everyone, listen to this, do not forget, if and when signs of a weakening upward momentum are spotted, such as what? Such as a bearish momentum power indicator, do not forget to adjust the percentage of risk applied in calculating your initial trailing stop loss weakening upward momentum, when signs of a weakening upward momentum are spotted. Alright? Okay, next. FNI. FNI closed today at 1.9. It broke above its previous resistance at 1.86, which is now its acting immediate support. So the immediate resistance now is at 2.08 as a precursor to 2.28. Those are the 38.2% and 0.5% retracements of the down Fibonacci with the intraday with the swing high right here and the swing low right here. I hope you're watching this video so that you know what are those here that I said. Okay, so the net foreign buying is at 169 million pesos today. This is the highest one-day net foreign buying of FNI since March 30, 2016. So that's how many months ago? 24, 25, 6, and 7. 27 to 28 months ago, the highest one-day net foreign buying of FNI. So NIKL and FNI are the two mining favorites, favorites of the foreign investors in the mining sector for today. RSI is already in the classical overbought level, and risk level is already high for FNI. So technically speaking, this is no longer a newbie-friendly stock. Now, here's the dominant range of FNI. It's between 1.8 to 1.95. All in all, that's a bullish momentum power indicator. The top 10 player sentiment is bearish on the other hand. Anyhow, my overall sentiment for FNI remains bullish. If you have had a position in FNI, I suggest that you also have the data-driven reasons to top up within the dominant range. Now, if you are yet to enter a new position, at this point, you have an attractive reward to risk ratio because the last price is a lot closer to the immediate support and the immediate resistance. So you can also go ahead and do a test buy within the dominant range of FNI. Next, we have Security Bank. It closed today at 205 pesos per share. Support is at 184.6. Resistance is at 113.5. I like the perfect bullish alignment of its three simple moving averages. I am using 10, 50, and 200-day SMAs. Foreign investors registered a net foreign buying worth 45.6 or 45.5 million pesos. The 10 SMACD combo is valid. RSI is in the neutral territory. It's upward sloping, by the way. Risk level remains low, and the upward momentum remains very high. The dominant range of Security Bank is between 205, by the way, is its intraday high for today. So the dominant range is between 197.8 to 205. So that's all in all, it's a bullish momentum power indicator. The true market sentiment, on the other hand, is contrarian. It's bearish for today. My overall sentiment, however, for Security Bank remains bullish. The 10 SMACD combo is valid, and the momentum power indicator is bullish. So whether you would like to top up or enter a new position, you have the data-driven reasons to do so. For the new entrants, for those who are yet to acquire Security Bank for short-term trading purposes, do not forget to calculate your reward to risk ratio first. It's not enough that the 10 SMACD combo is valid, that the momentum power indicator is bullish. If you are not satisfied with your reward to risk ratio, then don't do a test buy. Next, we got PPG. It's relatively rare that we cover PPG in our daily video. We can see on the daily volume here the reason why. It's not all the time that it secures a position in the top 5 gainers or top 5 losers list, given its slim volume historically speaking. Anyhow, it closed today at 9.11. Support is at 7.74, which is in confluence with a 61.8% retracement of our up Fibonacci. That's the golden ratio. Resistance is at 9.04. No, not really 9.04, but 10.70. That's the historical resistance of PPG. So the 10 SMACD combo remains valid. I also like the perfect bullish alignment of its three simple moving averages. RSI is the neutral territory. Risk level is extremely high. Newbies, this is not for you. The upward momentum remains very strong, however. So here's the trade and volume distribution chart of PPG 9.11 is almost the intraday high, one step away, one fluctuation away from hitting the intraday high of 9.12. Anyhow, the dominant range is between 9 to 9.11. All in all, it's a bullish momentum power indicator. On the other hand, the true market sentiment was only neutral for PPG today. Overall, I am bullish on PPG. So if you have a position or if you are yet to enter a new position, you can top up. Now, before you enter a new position, make sure you are satisfied with your reward to risk ratio first. Eyes on your trailing stop loss, please. And if and when you see some signs of a weakening upward momentum, immediately adjust the percentage of risk that you applied initially on your trailing stop loss. Alright, moving on to the next in our list, we got APC. APC closed today at 0.64. It broke above the previous resistance at 0.63, therefore making that one as its immediate support level now. The immediate resistance is at 0.77. Let me emphasize that I like the perfect bullish alignment of its three simple moving averages. The 10 MACD combo is valid, but the foreign investors did not like it. They registered a net foreign selling worth 1.18 million pesos. Anyway, that's not a significant participation coming from the foreign investors. RSI is approaching the classical overbought level, so eyes on your trailing stop loss. Eyes on your trailing stop loss, especially now that APC has just broken out above its previous immediate resistance. Risk level is already moderate for APC. The upward momentum remains very high. The dominant range of APC is between 0.61 to 0.65. That's overall, that's a bullish momentum power indicator. And the true market sentiment, good news, is bullish. My overall sentiment for APC remains bullish also. If you are planning to top up, you can go ahead and do that within the dominant range. The 10 MACD combo is valid and the momentum power indicator is bullish. Now, if you are yet to enter a new position, at this point, you will get. I know you're going to get an attractive reward to risk ratio because the last candlestick is a lot closer to the immediate support and the immediate resistance, so that's an automatic attractive reward to risk ratio. Make sure that you position and do a test buy within the dominant range only and not at any random price. After APC, we move on to AGI. AGI closed today at 12.44. Support is at 11.7. Resistance is at 12.32. The 10 MACD combo is no longer valid because the last candlestick is red and it's trading above its no, not really the color, but it's trading below the 10 SMA already as far as the criteria of our 10 MACD combo are concerned. Foreign investors registered a net foreign selling worth 48 million pesos. RSI is downward sloping and it's moving closer to the classical oversold level. Support is at 11.7, resistance is at 13.3. Risk level remains moderate for AGI. The downward momentum remains very strong, FYI. The dominant range is between 12.44 to 12.64. Overall, that's a bearish momentum power indicator. The mood of the top 10 players was neutral for today. My overall sentiment for AGI remains bearish. Avoid AGI for now. And I'm not going to give any piece of advice for those who may still have AGI, because if you still have AGI, it means to say that you have not strictly followed your trailing stop loss. Avoid AGI for now. Next, we got PXP. It closed today at 10.32. Support is at 10.05. Resistance is at 13.63. Should it break below 10.05, the next support will be 6.78. It's quite distant, quite far from 10.05. Alright? So the net foreign selling is at 3 million pesos today. The 10 MACD combo is no longer valid. RSI is in the neutral territory, but it's downward sloping rather, approaching the classical oversold level. The risk level is already extremely high for PXP, meaning to say this is no longer a newbie-friendly stock. The downward momentum is confirmed very strong based on its DMI and ADX chart. So this is now the trade and volume distribution chart of PXP. The dominant range is between 10.3 to 10.64. All in all, that's a bearish momentum power indicator, and the mood of the top 10 players seems to agree with that. It's also bearish for today. Overall, my overall sentiment for PXP is already bearish. By now you should not have any position on PXP, and avoid PXP if you're just in case you're planning to enter a new position to it. Just consider doing that once our buy signals are present, and which are those. The 10 smack the combo must be valid, and the momentum power indicator must be bullish. After PXP, we move on to CHP. It closed today at 3 pesos per share. Support is at 2.88. Resistance is at 3.32. The 10 smack the combo has been invalid since the last week, third to the last week of August. RSI is in the neutral territory. It's downward sloping. Risk level is moderate, and negative DMI is already hovering the positive DMI, although the downward momentum is not yet that very strong. The dominant range with respect to the closing price of 3 pesos per share is between 2.94 to 3 pesos per share. All in all, that's a bearish momentum power indicator, but the top 10 players seem to liked what happened today because of this bullish true market sentiment. Seems that they like what happened right here. So let's see tomorrow if the support at 2.88 will be respected, and if CHP will rebound above 3 pesos per share, or it might just continue moving sideways actually. So anyhow, my overall sentiment for CHP is what do you expect? It's already bearish. The 10 smack the combo is invalid. The momentum power indicator is bearish. Why should I be bullish if my buy signals are bearish, right? So I'm bearish on CHP. Avoid CHP for now, just in case you're still holding onto it because your trailing stop loss has not been hit yet. I suggest that you hold your position. Don't top up. Don't average down. There's no logical reason for you to top up for now on CHP. Next, RLC. It closed today at 24.3. Support is at, I have plotted the Fibonacci. So it's at 24.05 in confluence with a 38.2% retracement of the up Fibonacci. That's your support level. Resistance is somewhere near 26.15. Now, the foreign investors registered a net foreign buying worth 4.98 million pesos. It's an insignificant amount, actually. The 10 smack the combo is no longer valid because the last price is already trading below the 10 SMA. RSI is in the neutral territory, but it's approaching the classical oversold level. Risk level remains low, and the downward momentum is about to become very strong for RLC. The dominant range is between 24.3 to 25.5. Overall, that's a bearish momentum power indicator. The mood of the top 10 players was bearish for today. My overall sentiment for RLC is already bearish because my buy signals, both of which are no longer present, or they are bearish or invalid. So avoid RLC for now unless you see the 10 smack the combo, especially the momentum power indicator, become valid and bullish respectively. So after RLC, we move on to MARC, MARC. It closed today at 1.18. It seems that it wants to fill the gap down right here, which was created yesterday due to the announcement of Indonesia, banning all nickel ore exports beginning January 2020. So here, the 10 MACD combo is still valid because of the gap up. Okay, because of the gap up. Foreign investors did not like MARC, unlike their participation in NIKL and FNI. RSI is in the neutral territory. Risk levels already extremely high. This is not a newbie friendly stock anymore. Newbies, FYI. So support, by the way, support is at 0.99. Resistance is at 1.41, but because of what happened today, I would say that the resistance is at 1.27 already. So the dominant range with respect to the closing price of 1.18, which is one tick away from hitting the intraday low of 1.17. The dominant range again is between 1.18 to 1.25. All in all, that's a bearish momentum power indicator, and it's also a bearish true market sentiment. My overall sentiment for MARC is already bearish. At this point, you are better off waiting for a pullback near the support at 1 peso per share. Avoid MARC for now. So, was that the last in our video? Yeah, it's MARC. It was MARC. I thought we still have that another stock to be discussed, or that needs to be discussed. So there you go. You've heard my technical analysis for today in preparation for the next trading day on Wednesday. If you have follow-up questions, feel free to ask in our private clients forum. Remember, this video is for short-term trading purposes only, and that if any of these 10 stocks begin at a price lower or higher than the dominant range that you have seen or heard, make sure that you post a request for that particular stock's latest trade and volume distribution and true market sentiment charts in our private clients forum right here in this thread. And of course, do that only if you are interested in trading those names. And lastly, last reminder, if you have not attended the Evergreen Strategy in Trading the Philippine Stock Market seminar, click on the seminar section so that you can see the schedules that we have. So this coming September 28th I'll be in Makati to discuss the entire blueprint of this strategy that I am employing at Equilist Analytics. Again, my name is JC De Guzman. Have a great day.